Yo, Fugs here everyone. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be looking at a tier list of who I think is either easier or harder to fight against as an Arya main. Now, keep in mind, I am not the best Arya player, and also everything that I'm going to say here is just personal opinion. It may or may not be true for you, or it may or may not be true objectively. Anyway, if you do enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe because it really helps out the channel and allows me to make more content like this for all y'all. Anyway, let's hop into the video. So I feel like the best thing to do is to start off with Arya since we're playing Arya. To me, I feel like Arya is just a fair fight. Just Arya versus Arya makes sense. She has the same weaknesses as I do.
He's a genius, right?
She has very short range, and you have a really good idea of like what Arya is going to do because obviously you're playing her. Iron Giant, absolute light work. Even pretty good light Iron Giants still struggle because they're just so heavy and it's easy to combo off of them. And I think if you fought an Iron Giant, you definitely would agree. A lot of people have this situation going on. Taz is also absolute light work, so you can just kind of like use your neutral or like your side neutral, and you can just completely stop a Taz who's just spinning around and doesn't really know what he's doing. I haven't really faced a lot of really good Tazes. Okay, so as I was editing, I realized how confusing the categories could be, so I just want to clarify. When I say challenging but in a good way, I mean like it's a little difficult. It's not complete light work, but you know, it's fun and it's a healthy like kind of like game, not a complete bot. Fair is just like basically even Steven, and a struggle but doable is difficult, but yeah, you can obviously you can do this. So sorry. But anyway, here we go, back to the video. Velma is definitely challenging. Narc! I think Velma's speech bubbles are hard to get around. She has a good amount of range. She can just do damage on you before you even get there, and you have a cooldown on your on your dagger, so it can be kind of difficult to like get close enough to do a lot of damage. Batman is pure agony. I think Batman does a lot of the things that Arya can do, but just like he's easier to combo with and he just does it faster. I think Batman is a really strong character, and he probably, from what I've seen, I don't really see him getting mentioned enough. I'm like shocked. He can use his Gatling gun and just be where you are. But also his down Y is extremely crazy. His down Y always beats you out, as well as his up Y. And he just has too many options. Bugs Bunny, another one, very difficult. I think that's just overall because Bugs Bunny is a really strong character in the meta as it is right now. Finn is, I think he's actually a struggle but doable, primarily because he's also a sword character, and this could be because I did play Finn for a little bit, so I might have a better idea of what Finn is actually like. If you wait for Finn to mess up, I think you're going to be able to capitalize on that with Arya. She's really good at like correcting mistakes, or just punishing mistakes, I should say, not correcting. So Finn, for me, doesn't give me too much trouble. Now, I always forget the name of this character. Garnett can actually do a lot of damage. Just the range, trying to beat out a Garnett. She'll win a lot of those fights when you get close. Like she can just smash her arms down and completely wrecks you. Harley Quinn is, to me, a struggle but doable. I feel that Harley Quinn can just like whip out with these weapons that have a lot of range. Just typical thing that is difficult to deal with Arya, right? Her combo, her like regular combo, I think if you just press like square or whatever it is, XXXX, you just do damage. It's really hard once you get caught to get out of it. So with Jake, I think it's definitely fair. It can be a struggle in duos because he can just stretch across the stage, and these stages are tiny, so that's one of the hard things to deal with. But once you start comboing and you're able to like basically grab his face and use his techniques against him, it's pretty strong, just because Jake's neutral air and his regular neutral are pretty good. I like them a lot. Same is the case with Rain Dog. It has really good abilities to steal. However, I fucking hate fighting a Rain Dog. A good Rain Dog will play around that crystal. I don't know what it's called, and it can just be extremely hard to get close. So the best thing to do, in my opinion, is to grab his face and try to use his projectiles against him, or just like to block off whatever he like shoots. So just to counter, steal his face and shoot some projectiles back. For Shaggy is just a struggle but doable. I think Shaggy's just a really strong character overall. If you let him power up, it's a wrap. But if you can catch him, actually, let's put him at fair, because if you catch a Shaggy, it's just, you know, if he's just in a corner and he's just like trying to do Shaggy things and power up, and you catch him the right way, you can completely just combo the shit out of him, and it's hard for him to come back. Actually, I'm going to change this to challenging, but in a good way. I think it can be difficult, but it's really satisfying when you actually catch a Shaggy. Steven the Universe, fucking absolute light work. I have no problem with him. The only thing that's a problem is like dealing with the shield. Superman for me, even though he's very heavy, I know people will not agree with this, but I fucking hate Superman for the single reason that he just grabs you in general. Just like he can grab you, throw you, and then grab you and throw you outside of the stage, and that works for a lot of characters. And with Arya, it can be terrible if you're not next to a teammate and you can't like down Y or whatever it is. You're down special. Tom and Jerry, definitely also struggle but doable. I really think it's just a difficult thing to deal with, just because like once he starts going Tom and Jerry, it's hard to stop him with Arya. So if Arya gets caught up in the middle, she'll just get comboed and take a lot of damage, and it'll be like it'll just be pretty bad and it's hard to get out of. Then finally we have Wonder Woman. I think she is just a good character, a well-rounded character overall. Can't really stop you in your tracks because she has a cooldown on the lasso. You can get around her attacks like pretty fast. She's not exactly the fastest character, so I think it's a fair fight. I'm also noticing here that at the time of this recording that I don't have, it doesn't show LeBron James, probably because this was made before LeBron came out. So sorry for missing that, but I would definitely place LeBron in fucking agony. I can't stand LeBron. He is a pain in the ass. He can just dunk on you and completely knock you out of the ring. Just the range on the ball again is a huge problem. I feel like he's just extremely quick. It's easy for him to pull out like up smashes, and it's hard to find an opening. I feel like he has a big like 360 range, if you will. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to see any of this stuff live, make sure to follow me at twitch.tv/yofugs, and I'll see y'all on the internet. Peace.